We've now created a new team, and we've looked at the different team options there are for us. Now let's take a deeper look into using channels. Channels are used as a way to organize conversations in specific topics. Maybe it's to organize how people organize different departments or even organize different steps to a project. So we're working inside of this new product launch team that we just created, and we have our landing page channel. And it's just kind of our standard channel. It's the landing page is where it's our home page. And I want to point out a few things. Every time you create a new channel, there are 3 tabs at the top of the screen that will be there by default. You cannot remove them. You cannot rename them. They will always be there. And that is our posts. This is where you can put conversation posts. You can upload files. We have our files tab. And then we have our notes tab, which means a notebook gets automatically created, a OneNote notebook that you can store notes. These are our 3 tabs. I will say, though, notes can be deleted and renamed. So you can rename it and remove it. But for files and posts, those will always be there. Can't be removed, can't be renamed. They'll always be there. So those are the 3 that get added up at the top every time a new channel is created. Now, to create a new channel, there's actually a couple different ways we can do it. And you'll notice this as a theme across Microsoft is being able to do things a couple different ways. So we can always click the more options next to the team name. We can do add a channel. You can also right-click on the team name. You also can go up to the top at that plus sign and do create a channel. And then you can create a channel within a specific team. You can select the team it is, and then you can add a new channel there. So those are the different ways we can do it. But to add a channel, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my channel. Oh, the third way we can add a channel is by going to the Manage Team, going to Channels, and selecting Add. Now, the 2 things that a channel needs in order to be created, the requirements, are giving it a channel name and then choosing the channel type. There is an option to put in a description if you wish, but it's not a requirement. So if I want to give this channel a name, as we have new product launch, let's create a channel called Research. It's going to be a research channel. And then there are 3 types of channels that exist. There's standard, which means everyone in the team has access to that specific channel. There are shared channels, which means people in your teams or teams in your organization or outside your organization have access. So if you're someone who maybe works with clients or has a sister company, you can share specific channels with outside users. So that's what a shared channel means. And then lastly, we have private channels. Private channels are specific channels that only certain people have access, and they're delegated by whoever created that channel. I'm going to leave this one standard for now. And I can also check off a recommendation. So it can recommend that people have this channel in their channel list, which I'm definitely going to because we're going to have all our research here. Once I'm done, I'll click Create, and it's going to add that new channel for me. Give it a second. Now that the channel is created, you'll see posts and files will always be there. Those are always our 2 landing. And then typically, I think it's just on your first channel, you'll get that Notes tab. Now, as we continue to work with our channels, I want to point out a few things just in our channel page is up at the top right. So we've looked at, we have post files and notes, but at the top right, we have the Meet Now feature, which we did discuss in earlier videos. We also have these 3 dots that gives us just more options where we can find things in our channel. We can manage our channel notifications. We can pin a specific channel, hide it, get the email address, get the link, rename, and even access our workflow. So it's kind of our option there. I also can open the channel details, and it can tell me the people, description, and I can manage my channel from here as well. Now, if I wanted to pin my channel, for example, this puts it up into my pin section. So you can't pin specific teams, but you can pin specific channels that you use a lot. So maybe because research, this is a new product we're working on, I'm going to click pin, and then you'll see that research has now been added, and you'll see it's the channel name up top, and then it's the new product, it's the whatever team it is below. And I also can rearrange, similar to how I can rearrange my pinned chats. I can just click and drag. So say if I want that up underneath HR, I can put that all there. So that's my option inside of to be able to pin. If I ever want to unpin, so say I want to get rid of this group project, I can just click on that, click unpin, and now it's gone, and it'll be sent back to wherever it lives within my teams. Now, the last thing I want to point out, just a little bit more about channel management. So if I click my 3 dots, and go to Manage Channel. This will bring me into my channel specific settings where I can change the name. I can select type of channel moderation and even add different connectors to post to that specific channel. So that's just one way. Again, if you were a team owner, this is more so for you. You can go in and adjust those settings for your channel.